as well, Tess. That's the thing. Does come away from outside zone 2, a little bit shy there. Has to work his way back on that qualifying line, but Maguire right now having some fun. There we go. So the nerd's just popped in.
Yeah.
Fixed the laptop. Looked at me disappointingly and walked back out the room again as if to say, "What are you doing with yourself?" So there we go.
He looks really quite strong around here. He's always, very.
He is stuck now.
Yeah, it is awesome, and he's coping with it very well. I mean, switching from budgets up to semi-slicks, there is such a difference, but he's proved himself.
Those first few picking points were absolutely on point there. As Dippler now puts the hammer down, you can see him just one away from such huge potential. Look at this, so Max Cotton up next, and not only is he your leading champion in the Pro 2 class, he's actually 6th in the points in the Pro class as well. So Max Cotton fights into the track. I think he was going to go way too deep there. A few little spills and thrills this morning from Mr. Cotton, but he's had the spotters in the air and they've been giving him some very good advice. Look at that line as he goes into the 10. He's going to score very highly.
And all the other drift fam for their help and support with her car.
Oh, there we go. So Julie Robinson now making her way down, as you can see. Not as fast as the rest of the Pro grid, but nevertheless, Julie is making it around very tidy line. You know, the underpowered car gives her a little bit more time to think about that line and get that car absolutely dialed. Just stands on the accelerator, just Julie Robinson. Very tidy job there, Julie Robinson.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to Heath Bamford. S15, 600 horsepower.
Very nice entry.
Very nice, just washes away from outside zone 2. Good transition back though. Gets nice and deep into that front clipping point on 4. A very tidy line, very close to that front clip. Oh, there's a big handbrake track. Slowed the car down quite a lot there. Said that the judges have moved the clipping points and it makes it a very snappy transition. You have to stop the speed quite quick, especially with all the horsepower. So him and his better half, they have some real good fun online. A lot of frame, is it called?
Yeah.
Facebook. She said shout out to Black and car's running alright. I know he's got some little drive shots. So some incredibly strong drive shots. She said she wants to be kitchen. Not quite sure how that ties in with this. He does well, I guess. He's going to make the to a local company that spent most of the night fixing it. When we went back yesterday, got a little bit of seat time, said he's feeling good. Car's looking so much nicer than what he did in Driftland. Feels a lot better. So he's just been out with the front suspension sound there. He's running wise fab on the front of the car. And just through the drops the wheel, Woodham stays in it though, just gets himself a little bit tipsy. Stays in it, didn't let big initiation, holds it, shows up the angle to get that outside
very nice.
Very good tidy job there from Rutherford. So just catches that front clear, gets a little on the curve, but gets that line right, but it does again. Very shallow. It's got one way. Just exactly as Ian Rutherford now as he looks for the transit. White cone, you might see a white cone on the other side of the track. That is a visual reference point that the judges have given our drivers. So we've got
Top trumps.
Mate, yeah, top trumps. So Chipper's no grip in this car, saying he's a mechanic and good friend of the spotter. It looks like he's making it work now though. Chippers, maybe this is the key that he needed. For Chippers just needed, I mean, there's no exhaust. So is the issue front grip then?
Maybe.
Is the issue front grip? I mean, Jamie Wolf, very good friend of mine, and spotter for Nathan Chivers, works with Nathan Chivers in the GDA workshop down there in Tunbridge Wells in Kent. He might shoot me panicking on the. So, Ian Peace Phillips, remove the front end of this bumper early. Look, he's having a few issues.
I have to say, I'm because I think all players need to come out with all of their rockets on.
This is your time test to tell them off.
Just because, I'm sorry.
You're sorry. Don't be sorry.
It doesn't look very nice.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible. Yeah, I mean, wow. That's Stu Jones, the plumber, heating engineer. well, look at that line, very tiny from Stu Jones at the moment, smoking it up. He likes to drive on big angle. Just didn't like that too much yesterday. However, this is taking off. Stu Jones just catches outside zone 8. See that Coney background on the transition, foot to floor, mid-track line as he dials it across to 10. Shout out to Martin Richards. Oh, hey, did you check what have you done? What have you done? What happened?
He has been hit and miss all day. Practice, sorry.
Do you know what? It's such a shame. I'd love to. We'll see a replay actually. We'll find that out now. Not quite sure what's going on. We know this guy, incredible, built by Mark from Two Roads Motorworks down there in Wales. A lovely guy. Championship last year. He's got very wide again as well. Oh, he had to sacrifice line massively. He's going to find himself off the curb as Aidan did. Wow, what is going on? Oh.
That's very unlike him.
Yeah, look at this from Willie Hanna.
Very nice.
A lot of problems with this car in the past, and now it's working for him. Look at this from Hanna. Incredible driving. He's spot on. What the
Very nice. That's a high score. 7 days to build this car or something.
7 days, and I did find out that this car is actually previously owned by Robin Neeson, so this is like 1,000 horsepower, I believe, yeah. 404. Just yesterday, took this car back to Greg Gush at Pro Tuner because this car was unhealthy, not running right, coughing and spluttering all over the track. The wheel keeps in it though. This car is... He's going to spin across the line. Harris, lots of shout out to Mark Cowley, to all his family and his dad watching the back. Very nice from Cowley. Struggled with his car in practice, starting to throw his toys out the pram a little bit. He won't be upset with me saying that. Sometimes Lithuanian drivers, they are lunatics.
Yes, they are.
Hence why Aaron Mascala's got the nickname, the Lithuanian lunatic.
Yeah.
So Nera just now making his way round in his borrowed car. Shout out to Check out that BMW M3.
Very nice entry.
I think the V8 for this season is absolutely fine. That outside line was running gear. They spent hours yesterday repairing that car, getting it absolutely spot on aligned. And look at this from Silcon, one of my favourite cars in the Pro Grid, because it looks like a street car.
Yep.
Goes strong wheels. that flair and style from D-Mac. What has he got now? Kevin, nice, taking way around there. Yeah, look at this middle of the track. Team was working relentless in the last hour to get him out on track, and Barker fighting for that championship very wide, almost takes it off the edge of the track, and again into outside zone 3, looking nice, very smooth line, last half of the run. BDC over this. From the line it is Oliver Evans, your current and defending pro champion right now, makes his way down. Bit of a sketchy line there into 2, and it's upset his line into 3. Complete sacrifice.
Quite surprised.
Horsepower, RB26 underneath the bonnet. Ladies and gentlemen, just listen to the way he drives his car. Nice initiation, very deep into 2. This is looking very technical at the moment from the keeper. Big angle with that perfect line of clipping point. That was very, very good from Barker. Hammers down now through the middle of the circuit. Very nice transition. Wow, very wide. Oh, and he just held back a little bit there. Barker just held back. If you're going to let the car wash, it would have picked up the grip.
Now that was savage.
That was very good from Luke Barker.
Yeah.
Sold him back from the shot and try to beat Dwayne McKeever. Wow, Evans absolutely flying right now. He wants this. He's hungry for another step on the podium. He wants to taste the champagne. Outside zone 11, hammers down, and Evans takes it across the line. Sits in 4th place in qualifying. He's going to go for this one. He's not going to have 2 young British kids beat him to the top place in qualifying here in the British Championship. McKeever was 54. And now stares down the barrel of the gun for 11, hammers down and smokes out Wigan as McKeever comes across the line. Yeah. Qualifiers, please.
He's got a wheelie!
I mean, he's running the both running the curves. No messing around. I think this Mini could be faster. He's gone. Dwayne McKeever loses a twin battle to a Mini pickup doing a wheelie. How about that, ladies and gentlemen?
With, what is it? Is it got?
Maguire absolutely flying, but Woodham giving him a good chase. Makes a nice dive. Woodham makes a nice dive, but gets a big bit of understeer as he comes down the hill. And now Danny Maguire starts to drive away with this one. Yeah, and Danny Maguire going to do everything he can to keep that distance between him and Luke Woodham.
Did sacrifice 8.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem now. Maguire, you know, he got a rush of blood to the head. That car's been on form all week. As they come through that chicane down the hill, and now look at Danny Maguire holding on to the back end of that Monster Energy S14. Woodham just needs to put a clean run in and hope that Maguire now makes a mistake. I'm not sure we're going to see that from Maguire though. Very nice transition from Maguire and Woodham as they come down into Luna. Oh, Woodham goes off track and in the wall. Woodham gets it very, very wrong. Goes off track and there was no contact. Pro tops. Hugh Saville is here telling him what to do right now, but look at this from Cunnington. He wants the win, he wants to battle his teammate.
Brilliant lead line.
Cutting the track though to get on the back bumper. Quickshank seems to be losing a little bit of ground here as Paul Cunnington fires into that outside turn 8. Yeah, shallows up the angle, flames erupting out the back of that S14.5. Now Hayden Quickshank, this is where he can get away from it. He wants to hammer down, try 15 across the line. That Toyota Chaser as they come down.
Very nice.
Very nice job from Hayden. Now, does he feel more comfortable in the lead position? That's what we're going to be looking at. Could he put down a nicer lead line? Now Paul Cunnington looking lost ever so slightly. Jumps up onto the side, goes for a dive onto the door. Quickshank hammers down now into Luna Bend. And Hayden Quickshank now retake off. On the door.
Very nice.
Wow, almost. Well, I'm going to show you what I'm doing here, and that is rightly so, as Mark Brown now fires down. Very nice lead line so far from Mr. Brown in the BMW powered Nissan running gear. Ricky Lawrence gets it way wrong on the transition, absolutely annihilates it from clipping point. Mark Brown starts to pull away. Goes. Definitely. Ricky Lawrence fires down. Very nice initiation so far. Body parts flying in the wind. Yeah. Mark Brown gives Lawrence some room to manoeuvre now. Brown needs to put his socks up, jump onto the back end. Now he should make the dive. Where he goes. Ricky Lawrence goes wide, big backwards entry as he comes in.
Open the door for Mark, definitely.
Yeah, Mark Brown took the opportunity, gave him some room to manoeuvre. Coming alive now.
Impressive.
Fitzgerald, we've not seen too much action from him so far this year. Well, he had a nice initiation as he comes down.
Very lovely.
And starts to put some distance between him and Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald now playing catch up a little bit. You can see him shortcutting the circuit to try and jump onto the door. Now starts to rein him into Stephen Fitzgerald. They come out into the Luna. And Stephen Fitzgerald stalls up on angle there ever so slightly. Gets himself back onto the throttle. Looks for the door. This has started off on through.
He was lucky there.
Across the track, dives straight into it. Mid-track though from Willie Hanna, but straight onto the back bumper goes Willie Hanna. They come through. There now Willie Hanna gets lost. Wow! Stephen Fitzgerald just absolutely took off from the centre of the circuit out of nowhere. Found a ton of power and grip and just disappeared. Out of nowhere.
What?
Nerve experience could be key right now as Evans fires in on the door. Evans
nice.
with that shallow angle again. We see this at Driftland. Likes to shallow up the car to stay on the door. Look at this from Evans. Flies through that part of the circuit. As Evans on the back bumper. Wow, how did he make that one happen? Evans not messing around now. Looks like they've got that car fixed and dialed as Oliver Evans looks for the side of that T-lock to load it. S14 absolutely Wigan. A little bit of separation as Evans fires down. Four-wheel lock-up for Evans as Cowley now has to shortcut the circuit. Looks for the back end. He did just about. Now Evans, they both jumped the curbs. Evans flying, but Cowley shortcutting the track, trying to get on it. Dives off. Oh my gosh. Evans forced off the track.
Sugar.
Four wheels in the air. Oh my gosh. This is throwing everything out the window. 24. Josh King fires down.
Very nice.
Into that first outside zone. Very nice from Josh King. And look at this though. Nergis not messing around, jumping the curve. Too much. Too much curve.
Just outside him way too
much. That was touring car style. That was two wheels clear off the tarmac. So Josh King gets it.
Because I know he's
and they have. Look at this.
Yeah.
Josh King takes a little step back. He won't get
penalised for that.
Penalised for an inactive chase. Thank you, Tess.
I've got you.
That's you, Tess. Thanking you muchly for that. Won't get penalised for an inactive chase as long as he's within 2-3 car lengths or in the same front. Trying to fly through. But up the inside. A little jump was Stu Jones. Stu Jones, a big mistake, smoked the tyres.
Yeah.
And gave him the room to walk away. Now, Stu Jones is going to be playing catch up. 1 o'clock. Look at this. On and off throttle, pedaling that car. All very late transition from Stu Jones. Stu Jones knows he's in trouble. He's absolutely flying through the circuit. Dives on big angle, keeps on the inside. As they come across the line, 1 o'clock. It's a little bit later and waits for the dive up and to the side. 1 o'clock finds the side of that chaser. Oh, gets himself a whole load of curb, 2 loads of curb there from 1 o'clock. Has to think about what he's doing, makes a dive now. As Stu Jones comes through Luna, and look at this from 1 o'clock, backing out of it, getting himself in, thinking about the movement as 1 o'clock jumps up onto the back end of that Jones 1 o'clock, but he's still with him.
Oh, I thought he was going to punt him.
Firing down is Dylan Keogh right now.
Very nice.
Initiation, very clean. And Cole Farrar getting smoke and tyre thrown in his face. Needs to keep hold of it. Dylan gets a whole load of curve, but keeps hold of it. Farrar backs out of that one. Looks for a dive up to the side. Dylan Keogh working that car. Big clutch sticks. Diving. As he goes across the line. Straight onto the side, onto the back bumper, a little bit of separation opens up. As Dylan now looks for the side. Now he starts to lose some ground. Now he starts to make a few mistakes. Dylan Keogh will need to make the dive. Oh, he's going to get himself confidence. Takes the Emperor of the spoiler. How does Dylan Keogh keep a hold of that one? As he now makes a dive again onto the side. Oh, look at this from Maguire, already smoking the tyres. Big mistake from Maguire, yeah. Yeah, Maguire smoked the tyres. Now he starts to find a little bit of traction, jumps up onto the back end of Cotton's PS13 as Cotton lays it down. Look at this. Oh!
Very shallow from Cotton, though.
Very shallow, and that kind of bumped up Danny Maguire in that transition. Now Maguire keeping his cool. The door's open, takes a step in. There's Danny Maguire as he looks for the back end. Pushes Max Cotton across the line, start line. And Team Hard's very own.
Here we go.
Comes down. Oh wow! Look at the initiation from Max Cotton. Bravery from Max Cotton as he gets himself up on the inside, makes a dive again. Max Cotton is not scared of 700 horsepower. Look at this.
Go on,
from the young gun. He's going to make a big dive again. Max Cotton absolutely inside. Look at this from Cotton. Cotton shallows up, dives on the door again. As Maguire tries to cloud him out.
Already drifting.
Yeah, Cunnington, look at this. Shallows up the angle, making that proximity dive. Did hold on to it. Look at Rutherford does.
See banging on doors here.
Oh wow, Cunnington nearly got himself caught up on the inside, and that made him lose a little bit of ground. Rutherford goes very wide.
For him.
Very wide from Rutherford. He's on the dirt though. Transition way too late. Way too late. Oh, contact. Contact. He's going to go for overtake. Line as well. Through the net, down into the initiation point. And now Cunnington starts to unleash 600 horsepower. Rutherford shortcuts, jumps up onto the curb. He's going to go very wide. He's on the mud. Now he loses more ground. Cunnington starts to drive away. Rutherford's starting to show some flaws, a little chink in the armour from Ian Rutherford. Get done in qualifying. It's very slow round that first corner was McKeever, so slams it through the gears into that initiation, screams down the hill. Now McKeever starts to bail smoke from the back end of that S13. Ricky Lawrence is going to get lost. He finds himself up on the curb. He goes very wide across. Absolutely.
He's carrying the keeping point.
There's Ricky Lawrence. He stays in it though. McKeever deep into the outside. McKeever is like a cat with a toy right now, chasing Ricky Lawrence around the circuit. Ricky Lawrence, no problems on that front clip this time. Wow, McKeever comes through. Oh, takes the back end of the car. That's McKeever good. Little tap of the bumper. And little Kinsey gives him as they come down. Left standing a little bit frozen. go, and now Fitzgerald starts to rein in Barker. Barker flying through the first half of the circuit at the moment, but we know that Fitzgerald's car is an absolute rocket ship when it needs to be. Now he makes a dive over the big angle, has to sacrifice a little bit of that to get back into it. Shallow is after Fitzgerald. Look at this. Across the line. There's the one now. Look at this. Oh, very shallow though. Offline from Fitzgerald.
Luke did well to stay with that.
He certainly did, and Luke will now look for the back end. Shallow for both of them as they come through the centre of the circuit. Barker finds the side of that S15. You can see it out. Across the line. Wow, look at Evans dives up onto the door. Incredible initiation though from Stefanov as they come flying through the front clipping points here. Evans onto the back bumper on the curb. They go. Evans going to make a big dive here. Look at this early dive from Evans on the transition. Stefanov absolutely flying, but he just cannot shake the Welshman right now. As Evans tags the front. Fires in, yeah, look at this. Stefanov not really bringing the fire at the moment, but Evans offline. Evans is off that qualifying line there. Stefanov now starts to rein in Oliver Evans as they come through the middle of the track. Stefanov should back a little bit now to try and gain proximity. Evans is absolutely flying, and Stefanov right now, no answer for Evans' pace as Evans stands on the floor. Desperately to get away or emerge, and now he looks like he's going to throw everything he has down off throttle for a very long time. There's Silcock, and that allowed Josh King to get up to the side. Josh King almost got himself caught there.
Yeah, he did.
As Josh King now looks for the side of that PS13 once again. King's going to make a dive. He's going to ride up, tagging onto the back end. Josh King stalls himself up there, makes a nice dive across the track. Silcock foot to floor. There's no shaking. Final turn, yeah, what happened? Bruised this weekend, a lot of repair work. He's given King some room. That could be a bad decision from Ollie Silcock, as now Josh King starts to fire down and lay down the gauntlet. And there's big separation opened up right now. Big separation opened up between these two guys. And Silcock, you can see him desperate, trying to find the side of BMW, but look at this.
What's going to happen there?
Wanacott needs to be very careful, but he knows Louis Edwards is fast. Look at the line from Louis Edwards, absolutely pinpoint perfect. As now Wanacott, look at this, shallows up the angle. He's desperately trying to hold on to Louis Edwards. He starts to lose some ground. Edwards is absolutely flying. Now Wanacott comes alive. Wow, Wanacott on that transition was phenomenal. Wade and now dives on to the side. They fly across. Is going to eat you for breakfast. They come down and fire in right now, and look at this. Wanacott not as deep on that line, not a clean lead line. But Louis Edwards gets up onto the curb, almost makes a big mistake, starts to get lost now. Does Louis Edwards shallows arm and dives up to the side. Flames erupt from Wanacott's car. As Louis Edwards jumps in. I think there's a problem with Wanacott's car. To Europe, drove with the best in the business. Right now he's got a young man that's chasing him down who doesn't care where you've been. He wants to know where you're going. All the smoke. Dylan Keogh jumps on the curb now. Dylan Keogh shortcuts the circuit, looks for Kevin Quinn's S15. Dylan Keogh not messing around. Big transition. He's in the inside of the circuit though. He's making a whole host of errors. Hammers alongside him, lets him manoeuvre in front of him, and now Quinn, as I said, seasoned pro, tries to jump on the side and he gets there. He's going to be very careful, Kevin Quinn. Almost gets himself caught again as Dylan gets a wheel up on the curb. Now Dylan starts to drive away from Kevin Quinn, absolutely flying. Quinn shortcuts the circuit. Oh my gosh. Just as the camera changed shot, we missed the spin. that pro grid. Now they get to do it in the pro BDC. McKeever absolutely lays it down. Now starts to come alive. Oh, Barker gets lost in the smoke. Puts much angle on it. Can Barker hold it? Look at McKeever. He has turned that car up to 11 right now. Absolutely driving away from Luke Barker right now. Barker has nothing left in this one. Finish line. McKeever not messing around. Big clutch kick from McKeever is absolutely flying. Barker sticks it to that wide line, but look at McKeever onto the side he goes. And you can see that Barker has gripped that car to 100. Hardly any tyre smoke for that moment of the track. As he goes straight away. Absolutely flying. Barker on the It's not just for fun, as he absolutely hammers down Silcock on a shallow line now. Silcock, nervous. Oh, Evans dives through the smoke onto the side, and now Evans has to apply the pressure, gives him some room through that middle part of the circuit. And Silcock has a very nice line though as he comes into the outside zone 8. Oliver Evans makes a dive through the smoke, looking for the side, just giving him some room now. Across the line, 100 right now. Nice initiation from Evans. He's on a better lead line than what Silcock was at the moment. Silcock though, that was a very it was a shallow line from Ollie Evans. And now Silcock goes to make the dive on the car. Still not too much angle as Oliver Evans gets on the outside zone with a very nice line. Silcock just did Evans finishes up the run. Got the beans to keep up with him, he certainly has. Yeah, look at this again from Louis Edwards flying through as he puts on an absolute masterclass of a lead line. Dylan Keogh is throwing everything at this one, no regard to that car. Way short, how did he hold on to that? Dylan Keogh and Louis Edwards throwing everything at this one. He's onto the back bumper already. Oh wow, I thought he was going to go way off track then. Gets super wide to Dylan Keogh on that initiation, and down is clipped by 2. And look at Lou Edwards, he knows he can't let Dylan get away with this one through the smoke. Very nice from both those guys. And look at Lou Edwards up into the side he goes, gives him the room. Now starts to rein him in. He's got the across the line. Oh, the Cotton super wide. How does he hold on to that? How does he keep it on track? And you can see they've gripped up Cotton's car massively to try and drive away from Cunnington.
Is it too much?
Is it too much? Cunnington almost gets himself caught. Just about makes it happen now as Cunnington dives on the angle, looks for the door, and he gets right there.
Fair play.
Look at Max Cotton onto the door! Straight away, test car controller excitement as Cotton dives through the smoke now. He can't get left. He needs to be there, and he certainly is as they come down into the transition. Cotton all over the side. Cotton absolutely to Paul Cunnington right now. Cotton needs to force a little bit more. He needs to force a little bit more into his underback bumpers. McKeever onto the back bumper. Look at Max Cotton on that perfect lead line right now. But Dwayne McKeever's right with him. McKeever's onto the side. He's not letting him get away. Oh, both jumping on the curbs. But Cotton flies through the middle. Nice transition, but McKeever's there. This is where Dwayne comes alive. And look at this. As McKeever finds a side that appears like it's up down the hill, Cotton's looking for him, he's not too far behind now. Max Cotton,
lovely.
Is he going to get lost in the smoke? He makes a dive through the smoke. Oh, Max Cotton, look at this, but Cotton there! Cotton! Oh my God! Max Cotton is giving the unthinkable right now! Oh!
Dwayne shut it down!
Dwayne shut it down!
Dwayne shut it down! Oh my gosh! I am beside myself! What on earth is going on here?
Wow. Edwards. Big clutch kick initiation from Louis Edwards, but look at Evans, he's onto it straight away, no messing around, he wants it, he knows McKeever's in the final and he wants a piece of that action again. Oh, Evans so close, he takes it the front bumper off the car. Evans is not messing around. Absolutely great. He's Oliver Evans right now as he comes down into Luna, a little front wheel look up from Louis Edwards, and that is just incredible.
Absolutely incredible.
Leads out Louis Edwards, and Louis Edwards tries to gain the same proximity, just covering the side of the S14, dives through them front clipping points. Evans up on the curbs, he needs to be careful now. This is where Edwards is going to make the dive, and he does, he makes a big dive up to the inside. Evans squeezes the throttle, starts to drive away. Can Edwards get there? Edwards just can't find the ball. Cloud of smoke. You know, a competitive car gets you into a championship. I think it just comes down to more that if you, not that you've got the money to build the car, but are you insane enough to drive it?
That's quite impressive.
It is very, very impressive. I just
But there's so much
blown away by him.
travel in them. They're wicked. Look at him go! That's brilliant.
So people were sending me screenshots of their little sweepstakes saying that. Versus the new blood. Wow, look at this right now. Cotton on the edge of the circuit. Both of these guys run an impeccable lead line. Brilliant. So they should be door to door, and they certainly are. Look at Edwards giving him the room to manoeuvre as Cotton fires down. Oh, Edwards almost there, so caught on the inside.
That was very shallow line for Max.
Almost got himself caught on the inside.
Right him in.
Max Cotton shadows up, as you mentioned, Tess. Look at this now.
I like that.
Everyone cheering on Max Cotton right now. They come down into initiation. Very nice job from Louis Edwards. And look at Cotton glued on the door. Closer than Edwards was at this point.
Steady.
Cotton allows him the opportunity to manoeuvre through the middle. Both LS3 power. Edwards almost falls off track as Cotton gives him some room now. Cotton's on the door. They fire down. Evans is on the door. Evans is on the door. McKeever goes very, very wide. Through the smoke comes Evans. He's not messing around this time. Evans is not messing around. Wow! Evans again. Evans wants this. He's under McKeever's S13. He transitions through the smoke. Evans absolutely McKeever's S13. Strong wheels, try size S13 to Evans, but Evans starts to pull away. Evans ain't messing around.
It's not.
He ain't messing around right now. Is Oliver Evans as he jumps the